Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your East Oakland advocate. Today, we're going to continue with my Street Safe series. And today, what we're going to be talking about is winter carry. And uh, I understand a lot of folks, you don't like to carry guns or you don't want to carry a gun. That's fine. I don't have any issue with that, but you still need to protect yourself. And one of the best ways to protect yourself in my Street Safe series is, number one, having an OC spray on your person. And they're very easy to use. Just flip the top up and you have a lever right there, and it sprays a stream. I get the streaming version. I don't like gels, and I prefer the direct oil water combination. And this also has a marker. So once you spray that person, there's a dye that marks that person wherever you sprayed them. This is the highest capsaicin, so it's one of the more painful uses. If you've never used OC spray, one of the most important things, you don't want to spray it into the wind, because it's going to come right back at you and it's going to affect you more so than the perp. So you have to be conscious of the wind whenever you deploy one of these. These also work not only on humans, but also on attacking dogs. I've used this on attacking dogs while out on a walk with my dog. And this has saved us many times. So, and they're readily available. You can get them a lot of different places. This one I get on Amazon Prime. They're about $13. Good for up to 25 half-second bursts on these. But typically, if you're going to deploy it, one of the things that I do, first of all, don't tell them you got an OC spray. And what you want to do is have it in your pocket or somewhere where it's easily accessible and quickly accessible. Don't put it inside of a purse. Don't put it somewhere where you have to dig for it to get to it. I keep this version where it has a clip and it stays right in the pocket of my pants. Also, you can tuck this inside the waistband and have the clip just holding. And so when you go down, you just pull this right out of your waistband. And then the quickest thing, there's a edge here which tells you by feel, so you don't even have to look at this OC spray. You can just go by feel, and that's what I do. As soon as I feel this little rounded edge right here, and I want it right here inside of the V of my finger, and then that, wherever the focal point of my finger, the knuckle, is pointing, that's where it's going to shoot. And so you want to spray the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And this is a streaming oil water combination. And that's what you want. The gels take up to 10 seconds to take effect. And so I don't recommend any kind of gel. Definitely don't go with foggers. Foggers, you're going to get everybody, and everybody in the building and in the surrounding area is going to be affected. So I don't recommend foggers. Some of you have even said, what about bear spray? Bear spray works. It kind of works. But here's the thing about bear spray. Bear spray creates a fog. It is a fogger. And it's actually weaker than this. This is 1.4% capsaicin. And the bear spray is half of that. And so I don't recommend bear spray. While you can get a really good deal on a can of bear spray, which is probably about $33 right now, and you can get a lot of uses out of it. But again, it's a fogger. So the likelihood of you being disabled by the bear spray is very great. And again, you have to be very aware of wind and any kind where the fog might come back in you and attack your own respiratory system, and it is miserable. It hurts. I've been sprayed many times, in the course of using these, because in our courses we practice. We also have to know what it feels like, how the victim feels when we spray this, and so it's not pleasant. And you definitely don't want to do it if you have contact lenses. With my glasses, not too bad. Definitely don't do practices with contacts unless you are in law enforcement, and then unfortunately you're going to have to try and take it with your contact lenses, because I wore contact lenses when I was working counterterrorism, and that gave me the advantages where I didn't have a lens or something shiny on my head which could tip off where I was or where I might be hiding. So anyway, another thing, because it's getting dark so early, it's dark before 5 o'clock these days, and sun doesn't come back up until a little after 7 in the morning now. And so a lot of people, if you're out, carry a flashlight. I carry a flashlight. I like the new LEDs. You see the big LED in there, one big light bar. And this is rechargeable, has a lithium battery, and so it's very powerful. 250,000 lumens out of this. So this is also a lighting tactical weapon. This is a tactical flashlight. I prefer tactical flashlights, number one, because they're brighter, they're easier to use, and number two, they also act as a weapon, because if you look closely, look at those edges on the front of that flashlight. Look at the back edge of those. Those are advantage points that you can use in the event that you are attacked. And so I like carrying my flashlight in my left hand, because with martial arts training, you become very, very ambidextrous. And so as an example of my ambidexterity, I can cast, when I was fishing, I can cast with either left or right hand, and there was no difference. And so I had different reels. I had left hand reels, right hand reels. And so everyone was different and unique, but having the ability to be ambidextrous and able to do the same things and the same motions or similar motions with similar strength on either strong side or weak side. I'm right-handed, so my strong side would be my right arm, and weak side would be my left arm. But then here's the other thing: if you are um, in martial arts or guns, if you shoot, you have a dominant eye and a less dominant eye. And some people say, well, what does that mean? Well, that means, for me, that means that I have two different sighting profiles. I have a close sighting profile, which is my right eye. For anything 25 yards or less, I use my right eye on my gun for sighting, and then for my distance beyond 25 yards, I use my dominant eye. My dominant eye is my left eye, and and I say that because I know that I shoot better sighting with my left eye than I do with my right eye. I have an actual 8% increase in accuracy using my dominant eye, my left eye, for shooting. But getting back to a flashlight, these tactical flashlights, what you want to do, hang on to this. It also acts as a strengthener for your hand. So your hand isn't as flexible. You're not as likely to break a bone because you have support behind your fist and also your hands. And so when you hit that person, you're not as likely to break your hand with if you didn't have the flashlight. Because in a fight, you're going to get hurt. And I've broken so many bones in my hands. You can see my hands are all kind of deformed from all the fighting and all the the times I got into an entanglement, and bones break. Things happen. You hit things with full power, and you break bones. In fact, I've even broken, the end of my hand here when I went to strike some person. I missed and ended up breaking the hand, hitting the surface when I missed him. So things like that happen, but you have to also work through pain, but also you want to inflict pain. And so that's what this is. And a straight punch jab is one, but then also you have left right motion, horizontal motion. And so stabbing motion with either end of your flashlight. You can flip the either end. And these tear flesh. This is something that's, if you get into entanglement and you are able to employ this and use it on your perpetrator, you are going to rip him open. You're going to rip them open because these edges are going to tear flesh. And so what you want to do is attack soft points. Again, head, eyes, nose, face, chin, neck, throat. These are the areas that you really want to strike with this. And at the same time, you may even want to have your light on to disorient the person at the same time. And then the flashing light like that is really annoying and can be very distracting in an entanglement. And so I like to keep a lanyard on my wrist on that, and then that way I don't lose possession of it. And if I need to drop this, I can. And so that gives me both of my hands available, and I can also reacquire my flashlight for more fighting in the event that it goes that way. But these are some more street safe tips for you to help keep you safe during these early nights here throughout America. And here in Oakland, it's very dangerous. I carry my 45. I have an appendix holster plus a strong sight inside waistband holster, and I have different holsters for my different weapons. So I carry my 45 typically, but I also have a 9mm for a little more cover. It's a thinner profile, and so it's less noticeable, but it's a weapon that I bought way back in the 90s and never used it. I bought it as a collector piece and never fired it. And it's a beautiful weapon. It's a Browning high power 9mm. What many guns are based off of today, and this is one of the originals. So I don't like to use that one because it is one that I'm holding for speculation, we'll say, as an investment down the road. And it's a great example, very beautiful gun. And that was one of the things that a lot of people remember me when they saw me. All my guns were like art. My ugliest gun was the Glock. I hated carrying the Glock because it was a butt ugly gun, but it was functional and it did the job. My HK, beautiful gun. Beretta, beautiful gun. SIG, beautiful gun. But Glock, that was the butt ugly gun. So anyway, that's part of an addition to hopefully help you stay safe on the streets if you are out at night or if you're shopping during the holidays. Keep one of these in hand. You don't have to have it on a lanyard. You can also have a quick disconnect like I do on this one, and just keep the lanyard on your wrist so you could quickly just disconnect the lanyard from as you see, I'm having some difficulty with the silly lanyard, but there we go. So now we got the flashlight separated, lanyard This can stay on your wrist at all times, and you can even snug it up if you need to. And then you can snap it back onto either, you can see how it clips onto either the ring, or you can clip it onto the aluminum body itself. And that's the other thing. This is not plastic. This is machined aluminum. And so you're not going to break this. You're not going to hurt it. But you can use this as a weapon. You can use it as a non-touch weapon through the flashing strobe that is built in, or you can use it as like a modified legal brass knuckle to reinforce your hand. And then also you have tearing and cutting surfaces on the flashlight on both ends. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe, folks. Criminals are out there looking for you. Happy holidays. We'll be right back.